What's going on, everyone? My name is Sherwin, and today we are in the Cybertruck studios. We are headed to Glamis. We are going to Cyber Odyssey. We finally got a chance to go. I got my son with me. He is my co-pilot today. One thing I wanted to share is I had to go get this pass, and this pass is different from the pass I got from Joshua Tree, because this pass, if you're going within 5 days, you can't buy it online because they have to mail it out to you. You need a physical like pass or permit or whatever. So I ended up going to Chaparral, and there were a lot of toys there that I'm like, oh, I want that, I want that, I want that. But they are $35 if you buy outside of the area, and they only take cash, so keep that in mind. At least in Chaparral, that's what they told me. 35 bucks cash, no tax. So right now we are charging at Indio. We arrived with like 31 or 32% state of charge. We were at 256 kilowatt, but it went down to 215 kilowatt speed. We are currently at 38% state of charge. We have driven 85 miles, 45 kilowatt hours used, and 530 watt hour per mile. Woo-wee! Man, this bad boy is thirsty. Now these they say are 250 kilowatt, but down over there when we first plugged in, I don't think it was. It had like the silver ring on here, so it may just be the 150. It had a silver ring here, and I think it's just a slower charger. So that's why I was like, you know what, let me move out to the, I guess, the newer area. But there is another Cybertruck here. There is like shopping mall, well, not really shopping mall, but like an outdoor plaza here, a bunch of stuff. There's a McDonald's and Starbucks down the way. But there are a lot of chargers here in Indio, and yeah, we are halfway to our destination. I gotta go message the group because I don't know if there is signal in that area, so I need to get a drop pin to where I'm actually supposed to head, so I can get a better estimate as to what I should charge up to. There are CCS chargers there, as well as a supercharger, but out of the way. So I'm trying to get it to a point where I don't have to charge elsewhere, but we will see. Alright, so this is what our bed looks like. We brought a couple of chairs, the cooler, the usual cooler, and then we got this bin. We have some snacks and stuff in there, as well as some food that we can cook. Not all that healthy, but it's enough for us to sustain ourselves while we are out just hanging about. We do have some water there as well. All right, so in our frunk, I brought a drone. I don't know if I could fly my drone there, and a GoPro camera, CCS adapter that don't work, but I know there's people with the group that have the EV jack adapter just in case I need it. I got an air compressor that I always bring, and the Anker Solix portable battery. That way I can use electricity without using the truck's electricity, just in case, again, that we need to conserve while we are out on the trip. All right, got my backpack and our Starlink. We may plug it in soon because I noticed that the Cybertruck connectivity was in and out on the freeway. So we may plug it in soon and connect. Okay, so I originally had planned to charge to 91% or 90%. I'm at 91%. They dropped the pin on Google Maps and I sent it over to the truck. It's a little over 90 miles from here, and it looks like it estimates about 36% of energy that'll be used. Now, I want to give a few percent here and there, so I'm going to say 40% one way, so about 80% round trip. There is chargers in the area, but we'll see. I'll probably just charge as close to 100% as possible So right now we are at 92% state of charge. The speed has dropped to 59 kilowatt speed. It was running at 90 or 90 something, above 80%, and it dropped to this speed once it hit about 88% state of charge. Okay, we were about to unplug. We are at 97% state of charge. It has dropped to 38 kilowatts. This is the part of the battery charging that gets very slow, so you don't really want to go this high. The closer you get to 100%, the slower it gets. As you can see, to do 3% is 10 minutes, and it's probably even going to take longer than that. So we're going to unplug, and we're going to start making our way to Glamis. Let's go. All right, we are traveling along Highway 78, and it says we're going to get there with about 60% state of charge. I don't know, the calculations are they're not as accurate as Rivian, so that's why you always have to be a little bit prepared. We left with 97% state of charge, so I'm anticipating about 40% energy used one way. We are traveling just about 72 miles per hour, and it's a 2-lane highway. It's not a lot of traffic, but more than usual on a wider highway. But we should be getting there right after 10 a.m. and let's go. All right, we have arrived here at 64% state of charge. I put that sucker on chill mode and FSD chill mode, and it has given me a round trip estimate of reaching Indio again at 25% state of charge instead of 19%. So FSD is keeping me in check. That's the only reason why I use it. It keeps me in check on the right speed limit. But we are here. We have 2, 4, 5, 7 Cybertrucks, and a few more are coming on their way. All right, so we got Everyday Sandro here. He has a YouTube channel. Make sure you check it out. But he has, I think, a 22 or a 23 Model X, and he is living in it. Check it out. And he has been off-roading in it as well. So pretty awesome. There he is right there, Everyday Sandro. But he has solar panels installed onto his hood right here.
All the flags.
Check it out.
Yeah,
so he's getting 234. That's crazy.
Yeah, the 240 watt rated panel.
So you're almost at capacity.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's solid.
That's awesome. And so these are 19-inch wheels, the smallest wheel you could put to clear the calipers with Falcons.
All-terrains, Wild Peak.
Oh, the Wild Peak. Okay, yeah.
So if you know overlanding, these are probably like a gem.
So these are 255, 55,
19.
Nice.
And they're a brand new set. Because I went through them in a year, the other ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, put about 50.
So Sandro's been to the Arctic.
Yeah.
And he's going to South America.
Trying to.
Because
I really don't know.
Very cool. Y'all gotta check out his channel.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, and I'm jealous because his Model X works.
No issues. Yeah.
No issues.
Besides broken trim pieces.
That's not issues, man. I have mechanical, so this is awesome. Yeah, and you've been everywhere, even remote areas too. All right, we have a couple more people arrive. Oh, I know this Cybertruck. This is Jose. If you've seen the last video, we interviewed him about his Cybertruck. He is here today. And we have a Rivian. Oh, I think I know this guy. Let's go check out the Rivian. All right, we got one Rivian showed up. This is Ross's. And he brought his toy. Oh, man, so it does fit. Okay, you just got to bring the bed down. Or not the bed, but the tailgate down. Very nice. There's Ross right there.
Sherwin?
Yes, sir. What is up?
Hi, what's up, buddy? How are you, man? Good to
Good,
see you.
good, good. That's Ross with LA Rivian Club.
Yeah, the lonely Rivian amongst the
Hey,
bunch of
that's all good.
Cybertrucks.
It's all good. It's all good. You would have had two if I would have brought mine.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we're checking out Ross's quad motor with the matte PPF. Very nice. This is forest green, right?
Yeah, it was the launch green.
Or launch green.
Originally, and then I added the stealth PPF on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this with the mountains right there. So he's got the stock 22-inch, but he swapped out the tires for all-terrain. These are Continental terrain contacts. And where's the size on this thing?
It's the same,
275, 50, and 22.
So that's the same factory size as the all-season Pirellis that come on it.
Now, what PSI did you bring it down to? About 20?
Well, so Continental, for this tire, Continental recommends 44 PSI.
Uh-huh.
But so I'll ride it sometimes at about 46 on the highway. But in the sand, yeah, I'll recommend about 25 PSI on these.
Cool.
I've had, with those stock Pirellis, the stock Pirelli Scorpion all seasons, I was on a beach in
Oh, the
Oregon,
Verdes, yeah.
and I got a little stuck in the soft sand on the beach. I went down to 12 PSI and I was able to just self-recover. But
Oh, that's cool.
it's a very,
At
very
12
low.
PSI, you're not getting off the beads or anything, right? It's still good?
Well, you have to drive carefully.
Okay.
Because if I went fast and I turned, then yeah,
It'll
for
come
sure
off.
it'll probably be beat. But if you need to get unstuck, you can go low pressure, 15 PSI, get yourself unstuck, and you could kind of go anywhere with it, but don't go fast, don't turn sharply.
Yeah.
So you have to go carefully with that. And I mean, even like right now, you don't see that much of a bulge on these tires, but if we were to get up on the pavement or in the hard,
Oh, yeah, at the bottom.
you'd see a huge amount of bulge.
Yeah.
So it's a little concerning, but you just have to drive carefully when you're going low PSI. It's fine in the soft stuff.
Got this ATV right here.
Yeah, I just put a new suspension and new A-arms. I added the steering stabilizer. The whole steering column is new, the handlebars and all that stuff. So I'm just checking now that stuff is tight. See actually how this is a little loose? So I need to tighten that up because I just added a lot of these aftermarket parts from another bike.
Is this a 250?
This is a TRX 450.
450.
So this is a race quad. This is what Honda races now.
Nice.
And ATV races.
And he brought it here in his Rivian. You got to have the tailgate down. He got ramps right here. That's how he gets him up there. All right, so Brian, OG Cyber, the mastermind, is here. He is airing down right now. So tell us why we're doing this.
I'm not airing down my truck. I've already done that. I'm airing down everybody else's truck down, it seems. And not everyone's experience, and that boils back to Cyber Odyssey. Why do you come to Cyber Odyssey? You come to Cyber Odyssey so people like me can help you learn what it's like to drive off-road and do this. So we're taking this air pressure out of this tire because this is at 50 from the factory, which gives you the efficiency numbers you want. But when you want to get off-road, you want this tire to actually widen out and have more traction. So we're going to take the air pressure. In this case, we found that at this particular location, and it varies by location, this location, 20 PSI on a factory all-terrain does just well. So we're going to take the air out of this tire, and we're going to monitor it, and we're going to be good.
We're gonna be checking out his wheels and tires. He just got it, so please let us know about it.
Yeah, you got it. So these wheels are the factory OEM wheels. I have the other set that have a powder coat bronze. You may have seen those in some of my posts. But I have an additional set, which we're looking at today. And these are kind of the Cyber Odyssey set. This is what we use when we go off-road. So if we don't care if we get rock chips, we hit rocks, whatever, it's all good. And so we put the meat on here. These are 35 1250s. They are beefy. They set out a little bit wider. These wheels that are OEM do not have an offset, so if you go with something like this, you're going to need to get a spacer of sorts. The spacers here are from Unplugged Performance, so obviously a proven product, and we need that strength being out here off-road and treating them as hard as we do, and so that's what we're doing here. And this is a very deep tread pattern. It's a MS rating, so you can go mud, snow, you can do a little bit of everything in this. We still air down to 20 or less. I have normally about 20 to 15 in that range to go out here in this deep sand. They are handling well. They're not noisy. That's the first question I get. How noisy are they? Yes, any off-road tire will make a level of noise you're not used to compared to the factory tires. But these, they have a slight hum. So you're going to hear a slight hum with these type of tires. Any aggressive tread pattern that you're going to go with is going to give you a sound.
Get worse range or about the same range as the stock all-terrains?
It's always the great question. So, trade-offs. You want to get good traction off-road, you go with an aggressive tire, you can end up with less range. And so these took a hit. We were probably getting, I'd say, out on the highways at highway speed, and we know what that is in California, pretty fast, about 250-ish with the OEMs. Those are the OEM tires, the all-terrains from Goodyear. These drop it down at 200 and sometimes lower, depends on the speed.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's that much. That's
Wow.
I mean, this is a very open tread pattern. I mean, you could go with probably like a KO3 or something and do better than these, but this is giving you that open tread.
Tell me like 240, 230.
And,
wow.
Yeah, with traffic, you know, you have to flow with traffic, so there's that. But yeah, I mean, and you got to think about it. Not only you have that issue, you offset your tires. Look how much further out from the side, so the aerodynamics is gone. So there's that. I don't have the front fairings that hang down that create some extra help with aerodynamics, so I'm missing that as well. So you can see on this Cybertruck, they've got the fairings right here. Sherwin's, that's helping out a little bit. The tires are flush. This is all by design. They got a big old truck that's 7,000 pounds and trying to get the best efficiency numbers you can, and you're comparing these side by side, and you can see the stance is obviously way different. People will come up and say they love the way it looks and the way it sits, but they don't realize, you know, what you're having to pay for that. So that's what we did.
Cool. All right, thanks, Brian.
You got it.
didn't air down, but I am down here, and I had to switch the driving dynamics. So it's a little different than Rivian. I had to change it to Baja mode and rugged. But if you don't change it to the right settings, you'll notice on that previous clip, the one with the lava wrap, it was hopping around. It was only on like high ride setting. But check that out. Look at that, he's gone. But yeah, so I guess that's what happens when you don't have the correct mode setting.
If you could just say who you are, where you drove from, and which Cybertruck is yours, that would be great. So starting at the far end, start and then the next one picks up. Just say where you came from.
Yolanda was from Ontario. My Flora from Maldives.
All right, so we're gonna head on out. We are at 61% state of charge. My son just hung out inside the truck with pet mode on at 71 degrees Fahrenheit, and it only drained about 2%. Although I think I've used up 1% just climbing out of the lineup. But yeah, so hopefully next time I can come along and I have more time and be able to actually run the trails and stuff. So we're gonna go and head on back. We're gonna be on chill mode and FSD just so that we can conserve a little bit of energy. But right now they're just lining up and started to, I guess, coordinate on what channel their walkie-talkies are on. But y'all have a safe trip over there. We're gonna head on out. See you all next time. But yeah.
Time is an illusion. What's the meaning of freedom? Everybody wants to be one. Just try to remember to keep on trucking. Listen to the silence, like infinite horizons. Future like a rerun. Standing on the verge of a new history. You go, I go, we go together. You go, I go, we go together.
He'll make it. I know why he'll make it, because he went like this. He didn't go straight up.
Star in the sky, what are you feeling when the motorbike's speeding? Love is the beacon.
Okay, we are back here in India. We arrived with 19% state of charge. We have driven 273 miles, 132 kilowatt hours of energy, and 486 watt hour per mile so far. We're gonna be charging here for a bit. I don't think we need to charge all the way to 97% like we did earlier, but we're gonna just see. So this is the first time I actually put the Cybertruck in off-road mode, or I don't know what they call it, but it's a little different than in the Rivian. The Rivian's a little bit more simpler with the menus and stuff. But here there's so many different options. You have the off-road mode between Overland and Baja. And so Brian has suggested to put it in Baja mode. Now stability assist, I reduced, actually I think, I think I put minimum or something. I don't know. I don't remember. Locking differentials. This is for the rear. You could turn it off or on, or you keep all of them on, the front and the rear locking differentials. And then the rear steering, you could turn them off or turn it on. And now you have the terrain, smooth, rugged, and clearance. So in the sand, I was told to use rugged. Also, this has the pitch and roll, and I think is that a compass right there? Similar to the Rivian. But yeah, so this is the menus for the Cybertruck when you change the dynamics. And to get there, you go under dynamics and you go to off-road. Now we are plugged in. It actually allowed me to change the mode. We're gonna go back to custom. We've been driving on chill, and I've been using FSD a little bit, but coming back I turned it off because I kind of could estimate how much energy I will have when I reach the charging station. But going down to our destination, I did put it on FSD to force me to drive at a certain speed, and also in chill mode. So it was weird. I had to move. It stopped at 53% state of charge, and it just stopped. And when I looked at the charger, I'll show a picture. One of the pins wasn't there, but you mean to tell me it was charging all along without a pin? So that was kind of weird. And then when I moved over to the next stall, it wouldn't go in, so I got scared. I was like, what? And now when I looked at the pin on the other charger, like it wasn't lining up. So just check, I guess, before you plug in. I'm on the third charger now, a third location, like third stall, and it's charging again. Got me a little concerned. I'm like, no, not another trip to the service center. But we are currently at 55% state of charge, 146 kilowatt speed. So Abby wanted to make some like late Valentine's dinner plans. That's why I left early. So we're gonna be heading out later tonight. It's the day after Thanksgiving, so that's why I had to leave a little early. So hopefully next time we can join the caravan and go in actual off-road in the Cybertruck. But it was pretty cool because I learned a little bit about the off-road settings for the Cybertruck, as well as tires and wheel setups from the different Cybertruck owners. So shout out to them. Thank you very much for sharing. And that Model X thing, ooh, pretty cool. He's actually going to South America tomorrow. So safe trip, my friend. Bon voyage. And yeah, good luck. All right, here is the trip data. 357 miles driven, 170 kilowatt hours of energy used, 477 watt hour per mile. So talking with Brian, OG Cyber, and he was sharing his wheel and tire setup. He is actually running, I think it was 698 watt hour per mile. But yeah, that's pretty much it on this video. If you haven't checked out the first road trip with the Cybertruck to Las Vegas, please go check it out, and I'll see you on the next one.